Hello everyone, welcome back to my channel. In today's topic, we will learn about ledger. In the previous chapter 1, we have learned what do you mean by journal entries. Today we will learn what do you mean by ledger. So I have prepared a PPT. I will explain you one by one. Okay. First of all, we will learn what is the definition and meaning of ledger. Before starting the problems, we will learn the theory part of the ledger. Okay, here is the definition of ledger. A ledger is a book containing accounts in which the classified and summarized information from journal is posted as debit and credit. It is also called as the second book of entry. Okay, whatever we are posting the entries in the journal, we will maintain a separate account and we will post it in that book is called as ledger. Okay, whatever entries we are passing, each of them we will prepare a separate account called as ledger. Okay, here is the meaning of ledger account. Ledger is a journal in which a company maintains the data of all the transaction and financial statement. As I have already mentioned that ledger is a journal. Ledger account is a journal in which a company maintains the data. Means whatever transaction we are doing, all the records we will maintain in a book called as a ledger account. Okay. Company's general and ledger account is organized under the general ledger with the balance sheet classified in multiple accounts like assets, accounts receivable, accounts payable, stockholders, liabilities, equities, revenue, taxes, expenses, profit, losses, funds, loans, bonds, stock, salaries, and wages, etc. So these are the types of ledger accounts generally we will prepare. Okay, so it will record all the transactions which are necessary and which we have passed in the journal entries. In the further class, I will explain you how we will transfer the entries to ledger account. Okay, next we will see how many types of ledger accounts are there. There are three types of ledger account, that is sales ledger, purchase ledger and general ledger. Let's go into brief. What do you mean by sales ledger? What do you mean by purchase ledger? And what do you mean by a general ledger? Okay. Sales ledger. What do you mean by a sales ledger? A sales ledger is a ledger in which the company maintains the transaction of selling their product, services or cost of goods sold to customer. This ledger gives the idea of sales, revenue and income statement. So all the transaction which is related to selling of goods and services or cost of goods sold to the customer. Whenever we will sell the goods, we will write it in the sales ledger. Okay, this sales ledger gives us idea of sales revenue, how much revenue we are earning from the sale of goods. Okay, and also the income statement. Next, purchase ledger. What do you mean by purchase ledger? A purchase ledger is a ledger in which the company organizes the transaction of purchasing the services or product or goods from the business. Okay. In the sales ledger, we have learned that how much sales we have did it, and whatever we are purchasing goods services we will write in the purchase ledger, and whatever sales we are doing we will record it under sales ledger. Okay, it gives visibility of how much the amount of company paid to the other business. So it will give the visibility that how many we are paying to the other business. Okay, it generally gives that the expenditure, how much we have spent on the purchases. Okay, next is the general ledger. General ledger is again divided into two types: nominal ledger and private ledger. Nominal ledger gives us information on expenses, income, depreciation, insurance, etc. And private ledger gives us information on salary, wages, capital, etc. Okay, private ledger is not accessible to everyone. It has some particular access. Wherever it is going to business, then only it will access, not accessible to everyone. Okay, now what are the rules for writing journal entries into ledger? As I have already mentioned that we need to transfer the journal entries into ledger. There are some rules and regulations we need to follow, so I will explain you point wise. So these are the rules for writing entries in ledger. Okay, first of all, liabilities. This decreases on the side of debt and increases on the side of credit. Okay, here liabilities always it will be decreasing. Okay, decreasing side of debt and increases side of credit. Liability is a type of you think it is a type of a loan. Okay, we need to, it is a responsibility we need to pay. Okay, and asset is a, sorry, and asset, in asset we are figuring left side on the, you can say, in the debit side, while it decreases on the credit side. Okay, in the ledger account we will see how we will write it. And also capitals, these are the rules I will explain you while writing the entries. Okay, now what is the basic format we will follow to draw a ledger account? This is the format I have drawn and I have pasted the picture here. This is a pro forma ledger account in the books of so and so, debtor and creditor. Okay, whatever, yeah, we are writing, we need to write in this account. Okay, for suppose now here we are writing decreases on the side of debt and increases on the side of credit. Here we will write, whenever we will write liabilities account, we will write it here, and we will write it here also. In the further classes I'll explain how to convert journal entries into ledger, but this is a pro forma we need to understand carefully. Data, creditor, ledger account in the books of dash. Okay, thank you. If you like the video, please like, share and subscribe, and don't forget to comment. Thank you.